Wena wathi cha.
Yes, she said she did not see.
Wathi awuzange ukubone.
Iqiniso le.
That is true.
Because this is what Mthokozisi would come and tell this court. I see you smiling. This is what Mthokozisi would come and tell this court, and the state is going to call him. He would say that the second perpetrator had a firearm in his possession. I'm sorry. Had a knife in his possession.
Ngoba ke naku okuzokhulunywa uMthokozisi bazombiza ke abombuso nanjengofakazi ukuthi lo wesibili yena ke wayephethe ummese esandleni sakhe.
Okokuqala angena uMthokozisi naye uMthokozisi ubone akubonile. Nami ngize la ecourt ukuzokhuluma lokhu engikubonile. So angeke ngithathe statement saMthokozisi ngisenze sami.
Firstly, I am not Mthokozisi. Mthokozisi will tell this court what he saw. I am here to tell this court what I saw. I won't take Mthokozisi's statement and make it mine.
And njengoba kunjena nje njengoba bengilonke ngisho lokho kushoyo angikubonanga.
As I said, that which you are saying now, I didn't see.
So you are saying your version is you did not see a knife in the possession of the second perpetrator.
Wena ke okushoyo ukuthi ummese awuzange ubone uphethwe kulo wesibili ususpect.
Cha, ngizange ubone.
No, I didn't.
That is even at the time when your group was assaulting him and he was trying to...
Please cancel. Make progress. The witness says she never saw a knife.
As it is a court, my lord. Now you are saying that because of the fact that you a little shorter and there were other people who were in front of you and you were at the back, that's your version, not so. That is now you are at the back of these other people who were in front of you when you were assaulting the second intruder.
Uthi umfushi ngoba umfishane wawusemuva futhi ke kwakunabantu abebephambi kwakho ngalesikhathi wena ke ushaya noma uzama ukushaya lona owesibili.
Yebo njalo.
Yes, that's correct.
And there was a commotion there.
Kwakho lokhu kulwisana ke noma lokhu uwrestle kwakukhona ke.
Yebo njalo.
That's correct.
Now, at what point were you then able, or were you unable to then see his face? The second perpetrator, when you were at the back and other people were in front of you?
Uma kuwukuthi ke wawusemuva kunabantu abaphambi kwakho ubuso bakhe ke ubone nini?
Njengoba bengisho naphambilini ukuthi mude ukudlula abantu abaningi abebelapha endlini.
As I earlier on or previously said that he is tall, taller than the people that were in the house.
So ukumbona kwakulula kakhulu.
So it was very easy to see him.
Okwesibili la bengihleli khona kulo position ebengihleli khona. Kwathi makuvuleka umnyango lapha. Umnyango obviously awubona ukuthi ubani ongenayo up until umuntu azavala umnyango. Yakhumbula ngisho lokho.
Do you remember me saying that where I was seated, the original position where I was seated, when someone opens the door, you're unable to see as to who is coming in up until the person closes the door.
Ukongeza futhi lapho labantu mabengena endlini abanokhanga. Thina lokishini mawuzongena emzini womuntu uyagokota. So ngangifuna ukwazi ukuthi ubani lo ngena onganokhile so ngapopola ngathi.
And to add on to that, in the town, these people didn't knock when they came in. And in the township, we knock when you enter someone's house. So I wanted to see who is this who is coming in without knocking. So I peeped through.
Ilapho ke ngambona khona.
That's where I saw him.
Futhi ngabona ukuthi kusho ukuthi akayedwa lo phambili babili.
And then that's where I then realized that this one that's in front is not alone. There are two.
You say the sequence in which they got into the house was that the one where the firearm in his possession was the one that was walking in front, and the second perpetrator with nothing in his possession was behind the one with the
But
firearm.
indlela akabangena ngayo leyo ukuthi lo wayenesibhamu waqala yena lo owayengaphethanga lutho walandela.
Yebo njani.
Yes, that's correct.
Now let us get to the attire that the first perpetrator with the firearm had. How was it clothed?
Asizeke lokho ababegqokileke. Lona yena owayephambili ephethe isibhamu wayegqokeni.
Njengoba bese ngishilo ukuthi emva kwa 8 years into ezincane njengama details ukuthi ukhala bani ijezi noma yini they slowly fade.
As I've already said that it's in the period of 8 years, the finer details as to the color, the jersey, those fade away.
But into enganyamalala ubuso bomuntu.
But what doesn't go away or what doesn't fade is the person's face.
What does that supposed to mean to my question, man?
Ngabe lokho kusho ukuthini ke kumbuzo wami?
Umbuzo wakho into engisho ukuthi as to ukuthi wayifaka ijacket noma ijini noma yini lokho kumina bekubalekanga kangako.
What I'm saying, or what that means to your question, is that whether the person was wearing a jacket, a jean, that was not that important to me.
Iso lami lagqila ebusweni lagqila emzimbeni ukuthi uqatha noma umncane neinwele nesigqoko if befake njengoba bengisho ukuthi befake isigqoko lo munye efake ihood ngoba yayila izinto ezinjalo azikhohlweki but into efana no color ne make ne design really
My eye was concentrating on the face, the person's build, whether it's a small build or hugely built, and as well as the hair, what the person was wearing on the head. But as to the color, what the make, no.
Thank you. And that is because memory fades away.
Logo kwenziwa noma logo kungenxa yokuthi ke imemory iya fade.
hayi yonke
Not all of it.
minor details.
Logo okuncane.
The second perpetrator, how was he clad?
Owesibili yena ke wayegqokeni.
Owesibili ngikhumbula ukuthi wayefaka ihood.
The second one, I remember that he was wearing a hoodie.
Njengoba ngikhumbula ukuthi oqala wayefaka isigqoko.
Just as I remember that the first one was wearing a hat.
Njengoba bengisho futhi ukuthi gaqila kakhulu la phezulu.
As I have already explained that my concentration was on the top part.
Now, up to what point of his face did the hood go?
Le hoodie lena ke ibifinyelela kuphi la kuyena?
Oh, let me start here. What is this hood? What's a hood?
A hoodie.
Hoodie.
Oh, a hoodie.
Hoodie.
Yes. What is it, hoodie?
Ihoodie i tracksuit kodwa leni nesigqoko.
Yes.
It's a tracksuit, but the one with the
Uyabona nje le efake accused number 5.
Just a second.
the one that accused number 5 is wearing.
Something like this.
Yes.
Oh, this is a hoodie.
Hoodie.
Okay, thank you. So the second perpetrator is something like this.
Njani?
That's correct.
Now, did this thing that appears to be a head on the hoodie, was it on his head? Was this portion on this garment that appears to be a head. Maybe this is the hoodie, I don't know. But this portion, was it on his head?
Head or head?
Head.
Okay.
Head.
Beyayilagi enekhanda.
Yebo kunjalo.
Yes, that's the case.
That is up until the squeamishness in the kitchen was over. This portion of the garment was on his head.
Loko kwaze kwayophela lokhu okwakwenzeka ekitchen ihudi leyo ikuyena ekhanda.
Loko angeke ngibe nesiqiniseko sakho kodwa mina mengisuka ekitchen ngibalekela ebathroom. Ngayishiya isa on.
That I won't be certain about, but when I ran from the kitchen to the bathroom, it was still on.
And despite the fact that, I'm tempted to request you to demonstrate to this court how did it let it,
Ungayigqoka nawe emnumzane ngizokubonisa.
You can also wait, I'll show you.
The rules of court do not allow me to do it,
Nama ngeke ngikwazi ukuyifaka ngoba nginestyle sami esihle kabi ngisebenze kanzima ekuseni ngisilungisa.
I also won't be able to put it on because I worked very hard. I've got this beautiful hairstyle that I have on.
Okay, no, it's fine. We leave it at there. I don't want to interfere with all those morning efforts, ma'am. But thank you. Now, you say, you testified in your evidence in chief that as you were in the bathroom, that is, before you could run to the bathroom, there was a first shot that was fired in your presence while you were in the kitchen, and when you got into the bathroom, you had two other further shots, not so?
Oshilo ukuthi nkathi usese kitchen isibhamu saqhuma uma use bathroom ke saqhuma kabili futhi use bathroom.
Yebo njalo.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. Now, the police came. This is just the background of my question. The police came the following morning. They were able to retrieve two exhibits that were allegedly fired from a firearm.
Amaphoyisa afika ke kulandelayo ke base bethola ke lokho kubizwa ukuthi ama exhibits amabili ke so asithi ke ezihlambu ke ezadutshulwa ke noma eziphuma kwisibhamu leso ke esasetshenziswa khona lapha.
Now, as you went on, some days thereafter perhaps, as you went on to clean your place, shifting the sofa, the things in the kitchen there, doing spring cleaning, did you ever find another exhibit? It could have been yourself or any of your family member that you would have alerted the police with?
Uma sekuhamba amalanga ke seniqoqa ke senicleana ke endlini nenza lokho akubiza ukuthi ke i-spring cleaning, ingaba kukhona yini ubufakazi obatholakala ke enani ngathi ke nazisa amaphoyisa ukuthi sithole lokho noma ngithole lokho ngathi ngiclean endlini?
Okokuqala akusimini ngaclean endlini. The last place I wanted to be in kwakuyilendlu.
Firstly, I'm not the one who cleaned the house. That was the last place I wanted to be at that house.
And at this point angazi ukuthi ubani wa clean endlini.
At this point, I don't know as to who cleaned the house
Ngoba futhi kwakungabalekile kumina.
because that wasn't important to me.
And engikholelwa ikona ukuthi amaphoyisa akuthola lokho akuthola ecinga futhi angazi ukuthi ayicingani kahle kahle ibona sempre angasichazela.
I think the police found whatever it is that they found, and I don't know what it is that they thought, so they are the ones who will be able to explain or tell us.
Ma'am, don't be angry about this question. It's just an innocent question.
Angicasukile baba.
I'm not angry, sir, at all.
So the information that you have,
Yes.
is that you bear no knowledge whether or not any further exhibits were found at the scene.
Okushoyo ukuthi awazi ukuthi khona okunye okwatholakala khona lapha yana.
Yebo angazi lutho.
Yes, I know nothing.
Thank you. Ma'am, I would finally want to put the versions based on the statement that the state gave us in preparation of this case. You know, that's procedurally at court that we need to do that, so we hear what your comment is to what they would come and tell this court. Do you understand?
Ngizokutshela ke manje ke ukuthi ke noma ke lokho inkulumo noma ke kuthiwa iversion ke lokho sikwenza ngenxa ya lokho esikutholayo ke umshushisi uma silungiselela ke ukuqhulwa kwecala ngoba vele indlela ke leyo ekufanele senze ngayo enkantolo. Ngilindele kuwena ukuthi uphawule kuloko ngizokutshela kona ke ngithi ikona ekushiwo uyena lo engimmele.
Do you understand, ma'am?
Uyangizwa?
Ngiyakuzwa.
I understand.
Thank you. Is it please the court, my lord? Now, this is what Longwe Twala would, amongst others, come and tell this court. Or maybe before I get to that, you were asked yesterday whether were you in a position to describe the kind of a firearm that the first perpetrator had, and then you said you can't because you do not know the types of firearm, not so.
Buziwe ke izolo mayelana nesibhamu ke ukuthi ungachaza yini washo ukuthi ibhamu uzazi.
Yebo kunjani?
Yes, that's true.
Thank you. Now, in one of the statements, that is A19,
So
A9.
If you read, can you also give me a copy so that I can also see what you read?
The copies. That's A9. Yes, thank you, Mr. Spanda. I know this has got nothing to do with you, but in just the holistic approach, which will form part of our argument at the end of it all, you would say, I think that is paragraph 4. It starts on paragraph 4. That's paragraph 4. It's an unusual handwriting though, but it said suddenly at about 20 hours on 24/10/2014, 2 unknown men entered their house. 2 unknown boys came in their house. There is it. Yes. Suddenly, at plus minus 20 hours, on 26 October 2014, 2 unknown boys came in the house.
Lana ke statement esikalogwe esithi kwavele nje ngabo 8 ebusuku nge-26 ka-October 2014 kwangena ke abafana ababili esingabazi endlini.
And I hear a voice saying, "Take out phones and money."
Ngezwa ke izwi lithi khiphani ama-cell phones, amafoni nemali.
I then approached one of these boys.
ngaya koyedwa wabo.
I grabbed him and pushed him.
Ngambamba ngase ngimphusha.
He was armed with a revolver, a 3.8 special.
Wayephethe i-revolver ewu-3.8 special.
I then ran out to look for help.
Ngase ngibaleka ngiphuma-ke ngiyobheka usizo.
Thank you. That's the portion that I wanted to bring to your attention.
Iloko ebengifuna ukuthi-ke ngikufundele kona.
As you have indicated, you don't know nothing about firearms.
Ubusushilo ukuthi ibhama uzazi.
Yebo, John.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. Now, he also made a further statement. Yeah. Now, in the statement that we are preparing here, I think that is where your interest is going to be. Hmm? As it please the court, my lord, Mr. Sibande was assisting with the technical operation of the system, still trying to search the statement. No, I don't know how to say it. As it is the court, my lord, we are very sorry to be wasting the court's time because apparently what was loaded in the system here is a different A113. So the state is trying to assist us with the retrieval of a relevant A113.
You can read, sir. You can read.
Oh, I can read it. Okay, no, thank you. Thank you. Now, on paragraph 5 of this A113, this is what he says, or this is what Longer will come and tell this court. He will come and tell this court that just as Kelly was about to tell the joke, I noticed two black guys, yes, one tall, light in complexion.
Uthe nje uKelly uma esezochaza ke ihlaya noma esezosho ke ihlaya ngabona ke abalisa ababili ke abantu bamnyama omunye emude futhi ke ekhanya ngebala.
Maybe just before you comment on this, let us go back to a description of the perpetrators in their house, or the perpetrator, the intruders according to your house. Let us start with the first perpetrator who had a firearm. What was your description of him?
Ngaphambi kokuthi ngiqhubeke ke ngofunda le ngifundayo asibuyele umuva ke umchaza ke lo omfishane ke noma lo wayephambili ke ephethe isibhamu uthi uye wathini uma umchaza?
Ngithe lo uqala phambili ube nama-dreads acishe ukufika entanyeni between intamo namahlombe, ngathi ube namehlo amakhulu aphumele ngaphandle, ngathi ube nama-facial contours.
Okay. When I described the first one, I said that he had dreadlocks that reached almost reached his neck, between the neck as well as the shoulders. He had big protruding eyes as well as facial contours. He wasn't tall. He was also not very short. Yes. I also said that he had a hat on.
Yes, proceed.
izinto engayinaka ke lezo.
Those are the things that I noticed.
What was his color in terms of your evidence in chief? What did you say his color was? That you told to this court about in your evidence
I-complexion
in
yakhe
chief?
enjani yona ke?
Ngathi ube darkish nje.
I said he was darkish.
Thank you. But this is what Longe will then continue to say. That he noticed that the two black guys, one was tall, light in complexion. Tall, light in complexion.
Okushoyo ke uLongwe ukuthi ke omunye wabo ke wambona ukuthi wayemude futhi ke light ke noma ekhanya ke ngecomplexion.
Now, before we get there, you have just given a description of the person that was in possession of the firearm. And what was your description of the other perpetrator, the one who had nothing, who you did not see anything in his possession?
Lona ke uqeda ichaza ke manje lo uthi wayephethe isibhamu lo omunye ke wayengaphethe lutho yena uma umchaza uye wathini?
Ngithe mude okokuqala,
First I said he's tall,
mncane ngomzimba,
small in build, yeah.
unentshebe ekekelezile kanje.
He had a mustache that goes right around his mouth.
Right?
Ngathi futhi ube ngemnyama engemhlophe kakhulu.
And that he wasn't dark and he was also not very light.
Thank you. Those were your observations. Now, Longwe would come and tell this court that the tall guy, according to the house, that is now according to his statement here, was light in complexion, and you're saying he was dark in complexion, not so.
uLongwe yena ke uma emchaza ke ngokwale statement esifundwayo ke ukuthi yena uzothi ke lo omude waye light wena uthi waye dark.
Okokuqala asiboni ngokufana.
Firstly, we don't see things the same.
Mina mangibuka leli bhodlela ngathi li light blue, ufike wena uthi li green. Indlela wena obona ngayo nami indlela engibona ngayo.
The witness referring to the bottle that's right next to her, in front of her, that if I look at it, I would say that it is light blue. You would come and say that it is green. That is how you view or you see it.
So what you're saying is Longe might have made a mistake in saying
No, she's not saying that, please. She says,
their observation.
yeah, she says she's can't be expected to observe the things you're quoting for her. She has her own interpretation and observation, which she has told the court. That's why she says you may look at that bottle and you say, she says, I say it's light green, somebody says it's blue.
Someone will come and say it's turquoise.
Somebody says it's turquoise.
What will the other one say, my lord?
Turquoise, that's what he says. Turquoise. You don't know the turquoise color.
I'm hearing that term for the first time.
Is it?
As it pleases the court, my lord, but thank you. That will be what Longe would come and tell this court. But further on, he made another statement. But let me just read it. Now, unfortunately, this statement is not numbered. But there's a paragraph that I'm going to read out there. I don't know, it's not numbered, but let me just read out. I think it will be eloquently interpreted. He says in his latest statement, I noticed two guys getting inside the house. The one who came first was short, dark, having dreadlocks with cheekbones.
Uthi lana ke kulesi esinye sifundayo ke manje statement ngabona ke amadoda amabili amnyama engena endlini lona ke owayephambili ke noma oqala ke wayemfishane dark ka eneyiqhomo
And he was
noma dreadlocks.
And he was wearing a jacket that was between khaki or light brown in bracket beige.
Egqoke ke ijacket eyayingakhaki light brown noma beige.
He says he cannot remember his other clothing.
Okunye awayegqokile athi akakukhumbuli.
He was followed by, immediately a tall one followed.
Waseke elandelwa omude.
He was wearing black hoodie.
Fake hoodie emnyama.
He was light in complexion.
Light noma ke ekhanya ngebala.
That is to say, he still emphasizes that the second suspect who got into the house was light in complexion.
Lana ke usagcizelela ke ukuthi lona omude waye light ngebala.
Angeke ngimphikise ngalokho. Ngenzeka into njengoba sihleli la maybe 50 eRomani. Kuya ngokuthi wena ubone ujike nini wayibona leyo nto futhi wayibona kanjani and futhi from which angle.
I wouldn't dispute it if that's what he's saying.
Yes.
It is possible that as we are seated in this room, there are about 50 of us, that you see something. When did you see it? How did you see it? From which angle? And when did you turn around to see it?
And futhi sonke singabona into eyodwa kodwa si experience ngendlela ezihlukahlukene futhi eziningi.
We can all see the same thing, but experience it in different ways and many ways.
Futhi ngeyikhathi engafani.
At different times also.
Yes. Thank you for that explanation, man. But then finally from me, on behalf of accused number 3, the state has also provided us with a statement that it had disclosed. Unfortunately, the name of the witness is not in the list of state witnesses there, but I realize that in the list of state witnesses at paragraph 113, the state says the name of certain witnesses have been withheld for security reasons. I presume this is the case with this witness.
Kune statement ke lana okugcina ke kumina njengoba ngimele umsolo wesithathu. Kune statement abasinikeze sona ke kodwa ke kuhla kwamagama ofakazi angiboni igama lalofakazi noma ke asibhalwanga kodwa ke khona la basho khona ke kulolahla ukuthi ofakazi abathize amagama abo angeke achazeke ngezizathu zokuvikeleka.
Now this witness basically would come and tell this court, because the state is going to call him, will come and tell this court that on the date of the happening of this incident, he got a call from your sister Kelly.
Lo fakazi uzoza ke azotshela ke ngoba bazombiza akazotshela inkantolo ukuthi ngelanga ekwenzeka ngaso isigameko ekwenzeka ngalo isigameko lesi wathola ke ucingo olubuya udadewenu uKelly.
Unfortunately, as she tried to explain what was happening, there was a conversation breakdown. When they tried to call her back, they couldn't reach her.
Ngeshwa ke esachaza ke noma esazama ukuthi achaze ukuthi kwenzakalani kwase kukhona nje ukunqamuka ke kwinkulumo leyo yabo uma esezama ke ukuthi abuyele kuyena ke akazange amthole.
Subsequent they then phoned Tumelo Madlala.
Base ke emuva kwalokho ke befonela yena uTumelo Madlala.
And Tumelo Madlala informed him, now this witness whose identity we would not disclose,
Wase ke uTumelo etshela lo fakazi lona engithi ke igama lakhe alichaziwe,
that Senzo has been hit by a bullet.
ukuthi ke uSenzo ushaywe inhlamvu.
And this happened as Senzo was trying to intervene or separate a fight that was happening between yourself and Longwe.
Futhi ke lokho kwenzeka kathi ke uSenzo ezama ukuthi avimbeke noma ahlukaniseke ifight noma ukulwa ke okwakukhona phakathi kwakho kanye noLongwe.
That is the information that is contained in the statement. Do you have any comment, ma'am?
Iloko ke okukulesi statement ingaba khona yini ofisa ukusho.
Okokuqala mina noLongwe sasingalo.
Firstly, Longwe and myself were not fighting.
Sasi happy kabi mina noLongwe we were in a very good space.
We were very happy, myself and Longwe. We were in a very good space.
Kuze ngimmeme ukuthi aze ekhaya lokho kuchaza ukuthi sase right mina naye.
For me to have invited him to come to my home,
Yes.
that explains that myself and him, things were good between the two of us.
Yes.
So lesho yo manje hayi angiyazi.
So that which is being said now, I know nothing about.
Thank you, ma'am. That will be all from me on behalf of accused number 3.
Ngiyabonga ke.
Hey, Justice, my lord, let me approach accused number 3.
Yes.
That will be all, my lord, on behalf of
Thank you,
accused number
thank
3. Thank you, ma'am.
Siyabonga.
Any re-examination? I didn't ask the re-examination in respect of accused 1 and 2.
Yes, we thought we were going to do all that.
No. You can do it now because otherwise there are 5. If you want to.
Yes.
That means this witness, you can re-examine him 5 times, in other words, because there are 5 counsels here.
Yes, yes.
Okay, but if you choose to examine him at the end of
Yes.
the 5th counsel having finished, fine. So
Yes, we prefer.
you
to-
prefer that?
Yes.
Okay, fine, no problem.
As it
Yebo,
is-
thanks. What's your time there? Mr. Eloy?
25 to 12.
That's all. Must be an interesting case, this. Nobody wanted to go out for a comfort break.
Please, my lord.
So let's hear you, sir. We are for number 4.
Yes, my request is short adjournment. My lord, I just have to approach Mr. Mapisa.
How short is a short adjournment?
15 minutes.
Okay, 15 minutes. That's
Amen.
an unknown witness whose name counsel said was withheld for security reasons,
Right.
says that on the day of the incident, he got a call from Kelly Khumalo.
Mm-hmm.
And they handed the phone to Dumelo Madlala, who informed the witness that Senzo Meyiwa has been hit by a bullet, and this happened as Mr. Senzo Meyiwa was trying to separate a fight between the witness and Longwe.
Yeah.
But if counsel was referring to A6 reads as follows. As I say, this is now the statement of Mr. Edward Klope, unless if counsel referred to a different statement. But the statement reads as follows. This Mr. Klope says he went back inside the car, called Dumelo Madlala on the night of 26 October 2014. He wanted to get the truth of what exactly happened. Dumelo told him that there was a fight. The paragraphs are not numbered, but it's 1 to the third page. It's third page of the statement, second paragraph on page 3. I wanted to get the truth of what exactly happened. Dumelo told me that there was a fight in Kelly Khumalo's house. Zandile was fighting with the then boyfriend, and Senzo Meyiwa was trying to separate the two, Zandile and her boyfriend. I further asked Dumelo who was Zandile. Dumelo told me Zandile was Kelly's sister. So all we are saying is that there's no, if counsel was referring to the statement, there's no portion where the witness states that, as it was put to the witness, that Senzo Meyiwa has been hit by a bullet, and this happened as Senzo Meyiwa was trying to separate the fight between the witness and Long. So we object to that question. If the question was based on that statement, we submit that it ought to be withdrawn, my lord.
Mshushisi akuphendulayo ke noma akushoyo bafethu ukuthi kuloko ebekushiwo ummeli ngaphambilini kukhona la ummeli ashilo ukuthi kunalofakazi ke igama lakhe lingachaziwe lo fakazi uthi wakhulumisana noTumelo wasethi uTumelo ke na ke uSenzo washaywa inhlamvu ebuya ke emva kokuthi wayezama ke ukuthi avike noma ke anqandeke ifight yayikhona phakathi kukafakazi uZandi kanye ke naloyo ayewethandana naye. Kodwa ke kulesa sifundayo manje ke Mshushisi uthi le yandawo ke ummeli akhulume ngayo ekhuluma ngenhlamvu nokuthi uSenzo washaya leyo nhlamvu ezama ke ukuthi anqandeke ifight yayikhona phakathi kofakazi noLongwe ayikho. Mshushisi ucela ukuthi ummeli ayilungise leyo ndawo ngoba uma ekhuluma ngale statement akukho lokho kusona.
Mr. Mnisi, they say you are quoting an incorrect statement if you are quoting any.
Madam, I was not reading from the statement.
You're not?
I was.
Yeah.
I was not reading from the statement. I was paraphrasing from the statement. And in any event, that witness will come and testify to the effect of what I've just put to this witness here.
But Mr. Balawi says that is incorrect. There's no statement which alludes to that. Am I correct, Mr. Balawi?
Indeed, my lord.
That's the gist of the complaint, or the objection. Now the question is, where did you get that version?
My Lord, as I'm saying, I was paraphrasing the statement.
No, you don't have to paraphrase, read it. Because if you got it from a statement,
Yes.
then you read the statement. But if you paraphrase it, anything can happen. Jesus Christ of Jerusalem, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, not the same thing.
As it please the court, my Lord.
No. Read it, because maybe you are right. I don't see the statements. I don't have them. It's your colleague who says that quotation is misplaced. And then you must,
I've got a-
and you must withdraw it. That's what he says.
I've got a way of dealing with this statement, my lord.
You. Now the
Yeah,
court is the court is enjoined to deal with that aspect in terms of the law. You have a way, fine,
yes, my lord.
but
What
this
I've-
court has to deal with the objection as stated by Mr. Balui, that quotation is misplaced. It's not there.
as it please the court, my lord.
And that you must withdraw that misplaced quotation.
As it please the court, my lord.
Are you withdrawing it?
That is exactly where I'm getting to.
Oh, I
But
see.
nonetheless, this witness is going to be called to come testify. But what I suggested to this witness here for now, maybe put in abeyance, maybe withdrawn from the record.
Okay, fine.
As it please the court.
Withdrawn, Mr. Baloi. Yes, sir. Was counsel for the fourth.
My lord, I had requested the state to provide the court with the copy of the...
Speak up
Yes,
a
thank
bit.
you. I had requested the state to provide the court with the copy of the cell phone records.
Okay, fine.
Yes, there is an affidavit which was drafted by Colonel Stein.
We've marked the exhibit O, my lord. And we've also marked exhibit 1. And this containing the interview.
Okay. Exhibit O.
Exhibit O, as the
Okay,
court
fine.
uses.
Right. I have it.
I've also requested that the court interpreter be provided, Mr. Jonas be provided with a copy.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
So, Mr. Jonas, you have been provided with a copy.
We'll put it up on the...
Oh, on the screen. Okay, fine. Okay. You're still under oath, man.
The witness is indicating that there's a noise outside, you can't hear.
Where's the court order? Can you take care of the noise outside? Okay. Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you told this court in your evidence in chief that the relationship between the deceased and your sister Kelly Khumalo started during the period 2012-2013. You confirm that?
Ushilo-ke kule nkantolo ukuthi ubudlelwane phakathi-ke nomufi kanye-ke nosisi wakho baqala that was 2012-2013.
Yebo mnjalo.
Yes, that's correct.
During that period, that is the period 2012-2013, how was their relationship? That is the relationship between the deceased and your sister.
Ngaleso sikhathi-ke ubudlelwane-ke phakathi kwabo bobabili umufi kanye naye-ke usisi wakho babunjani?
Njengawo wonke ama-relationship kunama-ups kunama-downs kodwa into engiyazi ukuthi babethandana futhi be-happy.
As in all relationships, what I know is that there are ups and downs, but what I can say that what I know is that they were in love and they were happy.
During that period, that relationship was still the Romeo and Juliet relationship that you had referred to in the interview.
Ngaleso sikhathi-ke i-relationship leyo-ke yilena-ke okhulume ngayo kwi-interview ukuthi wabizwa ukuthi Romeo and Juliet.
Ngicela uphinde umbuzo ngizonga kahle.
Can you repeat the question? I didn't hear properly.
During that period, the 2012-2013 period, when they were in a relationship, were they still in a relationship that you referred to as the Romeo and Juliet relationship in the interview that you had with ENCA News?
Ngaleso sikhathi-ke sika 2012-2013 beqala-ke leyo relationship, ingaba-ke ileyo relationship ileyo kwakuyile relationship le oyichaze kwi-interview ebesiyibuka kizolo ukuthi wababiza uRomeo and Juliet.
Njengoba sengichazile kuma-relationships khona sometimes kuba mnandi sometimes kungabi mnandi kodwa engikwazi ukuthi babethandana.
As I've already mentioned that in the relationship at times it's good and at times it's bad, but what I do know is that it was good and they were in love.
During the period 2013, the year 2013, is it correct that you are using the cell phone model Nokia N8?
The witness.
Yes.
Usebenzisa iNokia N8. ngaleso sikhathi 2013.
Yebo kunjani?
Yes, that's correct.
The cell phone number of that cell phone, you confirm that it was 074 676 6669.
6669. Uyavuma ke ukuthi I cell phone number ngaleso sikhathi kwaku 074 676 6669.
Yebo kunjani?
Yes, that's correct.
Do you confirm that the cell phone number of your sister Kelly Khumalo was 0827044358?
704.
I wonder if perhaps isn't there a better way that we can deal with this aspect so that these matters are not out there in the open. My learned friend has got the affidavit. He can just refer to, without prescribing to him, just refer to a relevant paragraph and say, is that your number that appears there?
Okay,
So
what's
that
the,
we don't have a problem. That the witness number is out there in
are they still using the same numbers maybe? Yes.
I'm afraid, my lord, that I'm being channeled.
Yeah.
I'm being channeled. you know.
Hello?
I'm being channeled. So I think it's better that I establish from the witness first the numbers, then I go to the affidavit.
Okay. Yeah, go on.
Yes. So before we interrupted, what was your response?
I didn't finish the numbers.
Okay, sorry. You confirmed that the number for your sister was 0827044358.
4358. The number lena ebiziwe ke la evuma ukuthi kwakuyi number esetshenziswa udadweni.
Hey, ekakhela ngisayikhumbuli kahle.
I can't remember Kelly's number well.
Ma'am, there is an affidavit. It is going to be deemed. It is an affidavit that was compiled by Colonel Number Sustain from the South African Police Services in the service of the state, attached to the National Cold Case Investigation Unit based in Pretoria Head Office as an analyst and investigation officer. It is going to be deemed for your benefit. But of interest to me, for purposes of this cross-examination, is on page 6.
Bengicela ukuphakamisa izwi ngoba ubuqamamana angikuzwa kahle amanye amagama ayashona futhi especially uma uveka phansi.
All right, I'll do that.
Voice, please, because especially when you look down at some I can't hear some of the things you say.
Okay, but the interpreter is going to tell me that. The interpreter is going to
No,
interpret
she's got
for-
to hear that first
Kumele ngizwe.
before the interpreter tells her whatever.
Okay, thank you, madam. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Now, I was saying that I'm in possession of the affidavit by Colonel Stein. It is going to be deemed for your benefit.
Futhi ke kunale affidavit ekhona ke yakhe uKenneth Stein izoboniswa ke la ukuthi uyibone.
What is of interest to me for purposes of this cross-examination is on page 6 of the affidavit. For purposes of this cross-examination, I'm going to refer you to SMSs. Maybe I should start here. It says, just at the top of the page, SMSs received by Zandi, Nokia N8, open bracket, RM-596, close bracket, Zandi Khumalo.
Lana ke sokhuluma kubhalwe la ama SMS atholwa uZandi Nokia N8 RM596.
Do you have a spare copy to give to the witness?
Yes. I have requested the state, my lord, to provide the extra copies.
Hello?
We had 2 spare copies, but we can't find. We'll provide it to the witness.
No, she must extemporaneously see
Yes.
the quoted SMS. It's better that way.
Yes. Yeah. maybe if we can just.
Okay, use the courts. I haven't marked it.
Well, can I lend the witness mine?
Yeah, okay, thanks.
It's at page 6, no? Page 6.
Yes, on page 6, sent by Kelly Khumalo, 082-270-44358.
Yeah, man. Yes, I see that.
Yes. You see where I am, ma'am?
Ngizama ukubheka.
I'm trying to see, to look.
Where it says SMS received by Zandile Khumalo. That is
Yes.
where I'm
Yeah,
going to
but-
start.
Yes, I see it.
So I'll go through each or the content of each SMS and invite you to respond when necessary.
Ngizofunda ke lama SMS onke ke ngicele ke lapho ngesidingo khona ke ukuthi uphawuleke.
It says, or the content says, tell from 278 to 7044358. The
Yeah,
text, Senzo's mom is talking to every radio station in Durban, telling how it will be my fault if she dies of heart attack. Question mark. Can you believe it? Question mark. This woman. Question mark. It was sent time 2013 10/11 at 9:43:59 a.m. The status read storage device type incoming folder inbox.
Lana ke balendlela ebhalwe ngayo ke i-text Senzo's man which okay. Ngifuna ngalendlela ebhalwe ngayo. Khuluma nayo yonke ke i-radio station yase Durban echaza ke ukuthi how it would be more. Okay, ukuthi kuzoba kungenxa yami ke uma ngenzeka ukuthi angashona ngenxa ye heart attack noma inhliziyo uyakholelwa lo mfazi noma lo muntu wesifazane isikhathi 2013 10/11 9:43 ekseni uma iyachaza ke ukuthi ifundiwe imessage incoming inbox.
Can you please tell this court what was happening when Kelly Khumalo sent you that SMS?
Ungayichazela ke lenkantolo ukuthi kwakwenzekani ngenkathi uKelly Khumalo eksendela lo mkhafazi.
Noma ngasakhumbuli kahle kodwa engikwaziyo ukuthi osisi bayakhuluma omunye makukhona into emhleli kabi uyamtshela omunye.
Although I can't remember well, but what I do know is that sisters do talk. When something is bothering the other, she would tell the other.
Did you respond to this SMS?
Ingabe waphendula yini kulo mkhafazi?
Angisakhumbuli kahle.
I can't remember well.
Okay. Let us move on to the next one. The text, I regret everything. I wish I didn't allow Senzo into my life. Look at all the mess it has gotten us into. It's all his lies now affecting all of us.
Ngiyasola ke ngayo yonke into ukuthi ngamvumela ke uSenzo empilweni yami. Bheka ke manje yonke ke lenqoshunqosho isifake kuyona amanga akhe onke bheka ke nathi ke manje achaphazela thina sonke.
What was happening when that SMS was sent?
Nkathi kuthunyelwa lena ke iSMS kwakwenzekani?
Anginaso isiqiniseko salokho.
I have no certainty of that.
Why did, sorry, let me rephrase the question. What mess was Kelly referring to?
Yini ke lenqoshunqosho noma le mess uKelly ayekhuluma ngayo?
Ekubukeni kwami uSenzo wayengenalo iqiniso. Wayenokuya nini unomandisa nini unokheli. Mayifika kukheli ukhuluma okunye, mayifika kumandisa ukhuluma okunye. So I think yona into ayikhuluma ngayo.
According to how I saw it, Senzo wasn't honest. At times he would be with Mandisa, times he would be with Kelly. When he's with Kelly, he would say this. When he is with Mandisa, he would say this. I think that is what she was referring to.
I'm not going to go through the whole SMSs, but let us turn to page 10 of the affidavit.
Angeke ngiye kuwona onke ke ama SMS kodwa sibheke nje page 10.
I'll read. I'll read the one in the middle of the page. I'm emotionally drained. I sometimes feel that Senzo brought a dark cloud in my life. And I can almost hate myself for not succeeding in getting rid of him via SMSs, and the SMS would not go. I feel like God is deliberately sabotaging me by keeping this man in my life.
Lana ke ithi ngokwasemphefumulweni noma ngokwasemoyeni ke noma ke ngidrainekile futhi ke ngesinye nje isikhathi ngifila nje ngongathi ke noma ngizizwa ngongathi uSenzo waletha nje ifu elimnyama empilweni yami. Futhi ke ngathi nje ngingayizonda ngokuthi ke ngingazange ngiphumelele ngokuthi ke ngikwazi nje ukuthi ngihlukaneke naye ngeSMS. Futhi ke ama SMS engahambi noma SMS engahambi sengifila ngongathi ke uNkulunkulu uyangisabotaja ke ngenhloso noma ngamabomu ke ngokuthi agcine le ndoda empilweni yami.
What was happening there? When that SMS was sent to you?
La ngathi ithunyelwa lena SMS.
Njengoba sengishilo ukuthi angazi ukuthi ezinye izinto angizazi ukuthi zazenzeka nini kanjani, but engikwazi ukuthi kwakuyi back and forth phakathi kwabo bobathathu, and uKelly wayemthanda okwangempela uSenzo, noSenzo futhi wayemthanda uKelly ngokubona kwami.
As I've already said that I don't know as to when and how certain things were happening, but it was a back and forth between the three of them, and Kelly loved Senzo and Senzo loved Kelly according to how or what I saw.
Futhi kwakungamphathi kahle uKelly ukuthi uSenzo akakwazi ukukhetha noma akanali iqiniselana.
And it wasn't sitting well with Kelly that Senzo wasn't in a position to choose, or that he didn't have enough honesty.
From the reading of the content of this SMS, clearly suggests that she did not love him anymore.
How can you say that? How can you say that?
I withdraw that. I withdraw that.
As a court, please, my lord, we don't want to prescribe to my learned friend how to conduct his cross-examination, but if the dates can also be put on record so that these SMSs are contextualized.
Okay. Yeah, but he's putting at least the pages on record, and he says, this one, for instance, it's in the middle of the page.
Yes.
Okay.
But you know, this
I hear you.
This is sent on the 31st of December 2030.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fine.
All
Okay.
right. Yes, it
Time
was.
and the date.
Oh, yes. It was sent on the 31st of December 2013 at 11:24:31 a.m.
Right.
Nanje ke idate 31 zika December ngo 2013, 24 minutes emva kwa 11 ekuseni.
It would suggest from the content that the relationship was sour.
Lana umfunda ke lana kuyachazela ke ukuthi izinto azingahambi kahle ke ngahambi kahle kwi relationship.
Njengoba sengichazile, bekunamalanga amnandi kunamalanga amabi njengayo yonke relationship ekhona emhlabeni.
As I've already mentioned that there were good days and bad days, like in any other relationship in the world.
Let us now turn to page 11, the last SMS. It was sent on 2013-12-31, that is December 2031 at 11:41 minutes 16 seconds AM. It reads as follows. All I can do is hope and pray that each day I'm getting closer to my day of being free from him.
Lana ke kulena SMS yangi 31 zika December 2013 11:41 isikhathi nama seconds awu 16 uthi ke phela nje engakwenza ukuthemba nokuthandaza ukuthi ilanga nelanga ngiyasondela ke ekuthini ngikhululeke kuyena.
What did you understand by this?
Wena
Content
ke
of this SMS.
wawuzwa noma yini wawuyizwa noma uyi-understanda kule SMS?
Ngokwazi kwami udadewethu mayithanda umuntu umthanda loudly futhi ngakho konke anakho.
According to my knowledge and what I know is that when my sister loves someone, loves that person, she would love loudly and with everything she has.
Futhi ke ngendlela usenze bengenani iqiniso ngakhona ubeza ngitshele namathi yazi inhliziyo yami ibhlungu kodwa sengifile ngathi manje sengigadede ngiyeke.
And the manner in which Senzo was so dishonest, she would tell me, or she would go as far as telling me that my heart is now so broken, but I just feel that I can just let go.
But at the same time, ngiyamthanda.
But at the same time, I love him.
What did you understand by this last part of the SMS, which reads, being free from him?
Lena eyogcina ke ethi ngikhululeke kuyena yini oyi-understandayo noma oyi-understanda ngayo?
Ukudedela uthando analo for yena.
To release or to let go of the love she had for him.
Will be to end the relationship in a sense.
Ukuphelisa i-relationship.
Lokho angeke ngikwazi ukuchaza.
That I wouldn't be able to explain.
May the court bear with me, my lord. I'm just going to a certain portion now. Let us now go to page 84 of the affidavit, Exhibit O. Do you confirm that Longwetwala's number was 060-804-0436?
Okay. This is the 060.
Yes.
Okay. Yovuma ukuthi number kalonga kulena lo 060-804-0436.
Nalapha nginaso isiqiniseko ngoba sekuyisikhathi izinamba ziyaphuma emqondweni especially inamba uyikhemanga ngaleyo ndlela.
Also there, I don't have any certainty you get to lose the numbers from your memory, especially if the number is not specifically stored.
Noma futhi mawungasazwani nalowo muntu ungasajoli.
And also if you are no longer in good terms with that person and you are no longer in a love relationship.
Okay. May the court bear with me. Colonel Stein also downloaded the SMSs between your number, the number that you confirmed, and the number which belonged to Longwetwana. That is the 0608040436 number.
Colonel Stein ke wase wa download ke nama SMS phakathi kwakho ke phakathi kwakho noma inamba lena oshila ukuthi kwakuyinamba oyisebenzisa kanye nale number ke kalongwe 0060 804 0436.
My Lord, there's a separate affidavit of Colonel Sten where he does the downloads of the SMSs between the witness and Long Etwala. I'll ask with the leave of the court that the first affidavit of Colonel Sten be Exhibit 01.
Yes.
There is another affidavit, my Lord, as I've alluded to.
Okay.
May I request that with the leave of the court that affidavit be handed in and be marked Exhibit 02 of the record.
Okay. Yes.
May it be deemed for... Okay. Let us turn to page 3 of the affidavit. That is Exhibit 02 of the record.
Well, can we just get an indication of the dates of the... We've marked 01, the SMSs between the witness and Longwe. It's an affidavit by Stein, dated 18 July 2023. Can we just get an indication of 02, which affidavit is being referred to?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you, my Lord. I'm referring to the same affidavit that was provided to us by the state. The one with SMSs between Long Etwala and the witness. My colleague, the other one is thicker than the other, so it will be easy for you to understand where I am. It looks like there's a confusion.
Yeah, but you're referring to which page on the
second one.
02.
02.
Which page?
Yes, I'm referring to page 3 of the affidavit.
Page 3.
Yes, page 3.
Okay.
Yes. The affidavit reads as follows. The investigation officer requested the following. Bullet point 4, SMSs between Zandile Khumalo and Long Etwala as per cell phone downloads.
Lana uthi ke naku okwacelwa ke umphenyi wecala ama SMS ke phakathi kwaZandile Khumalo kanye noLongo Etwala ngokwama downloads cell phone.
Yes, but before I go to the affidavit, Exhibit 02, just a few questions to you, right? Can you tell this court, before you met Longwe in the afternoon of the 26th of October 2014, when last had you met him?
Ngaphambi kokuthi singene kuyona ke le affidavit lena nemibuzo nje embalwa ke ngaphambi yini kokuthi uhlangane naye ke ngaleli langa ke langa 26 ngithi ngeafternoon yalelo langa langa 26 October 2014 wagcina nini ngaphambi kwalelo langa lelo ukumbona?
Ngangimgcine ngayizolo.
The previous day.
Where had you met him?
Kuphi nendawo?
Endlini kwakhe eMalberton.
At Kelly's house in Malberton.
On this day, that is a Sunday, the 26th of October 2014, did you communicate with him, that is Long Etwala?
Ngalelanga ke leliya sonto leliya langa 26 ka-October 2014 ingaba wa-communicate noma wakhuluma yini naye?
Yebo kunjalo ngakhuluma naye kodwa kwesinye isikhathi ngoba bengiyibhizi ngisebenza ngalolu langa benginokungabambi ifoni ngoba mhlawumbe ngise-stage noma angizwa.
Yes, I communicated with him on that day, but at times because I was busy, I would not answer the phone because I was working, I would maybe be on stage or didn't hear the phone.
How did you communicate with him? Was it over the phone or through SMSs that you send to him, vice versa, him sending SMSs to you?
Nanixoxa ngama-SMS noma nanifonelana ama-calls?
Kokubili, sometimes uyafona, sometimes uya-SMS, and sometimes ngiyafona, sometimes ngiya-SMS, so angazi ukuthi urefera kuyona yiphi.
Both. At times he would call or at times he would SMS. At times I would also call and I would also SMS. So I don't know which are you specifically referring to.
I'm referring to Sunday, the 26th of October 2014. I'm specific now on that day, before he arrived.
Ngikhuluma ngaleliya langa langesonto ke langa 26 October 2014 ngaphambi kokuthi afike.
Kokubili.
Both.
Okay. You also told this court in your evidence in chief that he arrived in the afternoon of the 26th of October 2014. It could have been between 1800 hours and 1800 hours 30. Do you confirm that?
Ushilo ke ukuthi ngalela langa ke wafika ke mini phakathi kuka 6 no 6:30.
Nakhona ngishilo futhi earlier on ukuthi anginaso isiqiniseko sesikhathi, but ngase ngangi-estimator ngenxa yokuthi mhlawumbe ngabuka ilanga nangesikhathi ngaphuma ngaso ngiyomlanda ngaphandle.
Also there I did say that it was just an estimate on my part because I looked at the sun and I also looked at the time at which I went out to go and fetch him outside.
Was the sun already set or it was about to?
Ingabe laliselishonile ilanga noma laliselizo?
Laselizoshona ngoba kwakusakhanya sasabonana ngaphandle kwama-street lights ukuthi abe on.
It was about to because we were able to see each other without the street lights being on.
So with the assistance of the sun, you were able to estimate that it could have been between 1800 hours and 1800 hours 30. Do you confirm that?
Ngokubheka ke noma ngokubuka ke ilanga lokho ke kwakwenza ukuthi uqageleke ukuthi kwaphakathi kuka 6 no 6:30.
Yebo njalo.
Yes, that's correct.
Was it an arrangement that he was going to come at your place or it was a coincidence for him to be there? Did you make arrangements? Did you invite him over? Did he tell you that he was going to come? What was the position?
Ingabe kwakuyisivumelano yini into eyayihleliwe yini ukuthi uzofika noma ke yinto nje eyenzeka?
Ekuseni sasingahlelile yebo, kodwa sathi mase silapha sesikhuluma mina naye ngamtshela ukuthi ngisekhaya kunokheli unabangani basenzo noma sizodla lunch ngeza nawe, so into esasikhuluma ngama-SMS leyo, so kusho ukuthi sahlela.
In the morning it wasn't arranged or it wasn't planned, but as I was now there and we were communicating, so I told him that we are at home. It's myself, it's Kelly, Senzo's friend, my mother. We are about to have a lunch, so you can also come. So it's something that we then arranged at that time.
Can you also tell the court, just remind me, at what time did the two intruders arrive?
Laba babili abangena bona endlini angikhumbuze ukuthi bangena ngesiphi isikhathi laba bawu2 abangena endlini.
Ngathi mase kuyoshayo 8 angazi noma ngale ka8 noma ngo8 kodwa kwakungalapho.
Around 8. I don't know whether it's before 8 or after 8, but around there.
Did you not say that it was, or it could have been between 1900 hours 30 to 2000 hours when the two intruders arrived? Did you not say that in your evidence in chief?
Kwakuphakathi kuka 7:30 late noma ke ntambama between 7:30 kanye no-8 ntambama? No.
Nestatement sami siyasho ukuthi sikhomba u-20.
Even my statement indicates
2000.
says or indicates that 2000.
When Longe, sorry, was it the first time for him to visit you at your home? That is Longe Tshwana?
Ngabe wayeqala yini ukuthi akuvakashele kini?
Ngake ngamtshontsha ngamletha ekhaya uma engekho.
I once, I'm gonna use the term that the witness used, my lord. I once stole him and brought him home when my mother wasn't there.
When he arrived on that day, was he alone?
That is
On the 26th.
Okay. Oh, gate 26, uma efika wayeyedwa.
Yebo wayedwa.
Yes, he was alone.
So, if one had to safely estimate, let us say he arrives at about 1800 hours in the afternoon of the 26th of October 2014, and the robbers or the intruders arrive around, say, 2000 hours. So it means he had spent 2 hours at your place before the intruders arrived.
Asithi ke wafika ngaleso sikhathi leso ke phakathi kuka 6 no 6:30 ntambama. Kwase kuthi ke ngo 2000 ngo 8 between 8 no 8:30 lowo kwafika ke laba babili abangena. Kusho ukuthi wahlala u2 hours ngaphambi kokuthi laba bawu2 bafike.
Njengoba bese ngishilo ukuthi isiqiniseko sesikhathi anginaso ngempela.
As I've already said that I don't have a certainty with regards to the time.
But my calculations, ma'am, is going along your estimation. It's not something from me. It's something that you told the court. So I'm basing my estimation on what you told the court.
Lokho ke engikushoyo ke noma uqaqe noma lokho ngikubalayo mangibala ke ngikubala ngokwa lokho wena okushilo enkantolo.
Uyasho nawe ukuthi ukubala wena mina ngibalanga.
As you say that you are the one who's doing the calculations, I didn't calculate.
You can also calculate.
Bengichazile ngathi ngiyayizonda imaths.
I've already mentioned that I hate maths.
So I'm telling you that you must have spent about 2 hours, more or less 2 hours before the intruders arrive. I'm putting it to you. I've calculated for you.
Ngiyakutshela ke ngikubalele ukuthi ke uspende amahora amabili ngaphambi kokuthi laba babili abafika laba bangena endlini bafike.
Nalapho kusho wena kusho mina.
That's what you say, I'm not saying.
Time is telling us.
Isikhathi siyasitshela.
The calculation of time.
As
But
a
then-
witness, my lord, I think this issue has been exhausted. The witness is said repeatedly it's just an estimate. If perhaps counsel can maybe
Counsel.
leave it there.
2 hours, 2.5 hours, according to your assumption. It's okay. She says she didn't calculate the time. You are suggesting that the intruders could have come between 2 hours to 2:30. Oh.
No, the time spent by Longe, my lord, before the intruders
The
arrive.
intruders came when?
Between, he says, before 2000 hours or after that.
Yeah, she estimates that.
Yes. So I'm saying my calculation is based on 1800 hours when Longe arrived and the time when the intruders arrived. It could have been more or less 2 hours that Longe,
Fine.
the time that Longe spent.
Fine.
So it's fine. Let us not labor on this. Ma'am, let us now go to page 46 of Exhibit 02. That is on the last column. At the bottom.
Sorry.
This is an SMS that you received from the number that belongs to Longwe, the number that I've referred to your number. It was on the 26th of October 2014 at 400 hours, 57 minutes, 36 seconds PM. The SMS reads as follows: I'm outside.
Kunale SMS ke owayithola ke beyi-26 zika October 2014 isikhathi imizuzu ewu-3 ngaphambi ko-5 ekseni 36 seconds. Ithi ke SMS ngiphandle.
Maybe then to simplify for you, the crux of my question to you is, according to this SMS, as you earlier told this court that you will interact via phones or SMSs, the SMS that you received on your number from that of Longwe, it was on the 26th of October 2014 at 400 hours, 57 minutes, 36 seconds, telling you that he was outside.
Lana ke engikushoyo kokuwena ukuthi ile SMS ke owayithola nge-26 ka October 2014 ngo 4:57 36 seconds ekutshela kukulongo ukuthi ngingaphandle.
No, this one's blind.
Yes.
Which? Picking up the same point.
Yes, as a court, please, Malot, we now move into a very technical field. It's only Colonel Steyn who can explain the times. Without testifying from the bar, there's a way they determine the time. They add 2 hours to the time that's shown here. So,
sorry, I'm sorry to disturb you. Your train of thought. Sir, are you referring to page 46?
Yes. Page 46, my
Exhibit
lord.
02.
02, yes.
And you're referring to the time as what?
As 4:57.
4:57.
Yes.
36 seconds.
4:57 and 36 seconds.
I think, my lord, the court was addressing me. Now we are both of us.
Fine, okay.
Understand.
But what is the date according to this affidavit?
Is the 26? Unfortunately, the 6 is not visible there, but is the 26.
Sorry, Rose, just say counsel must show with his pen, show you which time is referring to, because
Yes.
I don't seem to find that.
It's the last block here, my lord. It's
Page
46, this very last block.
Yeah, let's see counsel.
My lord, if one looks, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
If one looks on page 44 of the same exhibit,
No. Page 46 or page 44?
no, the objection that I'm raising,
Yeah.
I'm just taking the court to page 44.
So page 44, right?
Yes. There's an asterisk there. It says download summary.
That's it, yeah.
And it says remember plus 2 hours. So in other ways, they're saying you must add 2 hours to the time that is being shown here. Hence I'm saying, my lord, we're moving into a very technical field, and it's only Colonel Steyn who can come and explain this, my lord.
So Colonel Steyn actually
Yes, we should not bind.
gives you the key
Yes,
as to what you should do.
Indeed, my lord. We
Are you
shouldn't
saying
bind.
then, wait, are you saying then on the markings by counsel here,
Yes, one should actually add 2 hours.
add 2 hours,
Yes.
which meaning that the 6 hours and 4 minutes and 57.36
No.
seconds.
No, the 4:57.
Yeah,
If one adds 2 hours,
right.
will then be 6:57.
Are we agreed on that concept? If we add 2 hours.
As I'm saying, my lord,
Yeah, no, fine.
we
But
should bind this witness to this time.
yeah, fine. I hear you. Yeah. What's your thought? Because he says, Colonel Steyn says, from this estimated times, you must add 2 hours.
Add
Do you
2
agree
hours.
with
And I don't understand by the adding of 2 hours.
Just explain to your colleagues.
There's a technical way in which the SMSs, the SMSs and the terms reflected are interpreted, and he'll come and testify, my lord, that you, as is mentioned on page 44, that you actually have to add 2 hours.
Okay, fine. You can continue, sir. Are you going to call Colonel Stein?
Indeed, my lord.
Yeah, fine. It's going to be called.
We did say so in our opening.
That's it. Okay, fine.
But my lord, should I repeat the question?
Yeah, you can repeat it.
So, just to sum up, ma'am, the entry there says on the 26th, let me just read it verbatim. 2014/10/26, 04:57:36 p.m. You receive an SMS from Longwe Twala telling you that he was outside. You understand?
Lana ke ngalesi sikhathi nge-26 ka-October 2014 u-4:57 nama seconds awu-36 uthola ke le SMS ebuya kuLongwe ukutshela ukuthi ke ungaphandle.
Yebo SMS yafika wathi ungaphandle.
Yes, I received the SMS where he said that he was outside.
But what I want you to be clued up about is that it says that when you received that SMS, it was at 4:57:36 p.m.
My lord, we have just raised the objection. Are we really going to again belabor this point?
Okay, let the witness comment on that. Fine. Colonel Stein, as the expert, will perhaps have a final say.
Uthi ke akona ke akhomba kona ke ummeli ukuthi isikhathi ke wayithola ngaso le SMS ukuthi ke kwaku 3 minutes phambi ko-5:36 emini.
Nakhona into
Yes, sorry.
into engayisho ukuthi yebo SMS yafika into engekho sho ngayo ukuthi isikhathi sasithini.
What I can confirm is that yes, I received the SMS, but what I cannot be certain about is what the time was.
Yikho ngenza umzekelo ukuthi ilanga lona laseliyoshona kodwa la ingakashoni sasabonana.
Hence I made the example that the sun was about to set, but it hadn't set yet, and we were still able to see each other.
Okay.
I put it to you that the time that he arrived is the time that he sent you an SMS is the time that is reflected there.
As a practice, my lord, we object to that, and we said ad nauseam. This is the issue that only Colonel Stein can resolve. The witness doesn't have to respond to that.
Yeah, the witness has already explained, counsel, that they could see each other, but she knows that it was towards sunset.
Yes.
But what are you getting at with this? Because I thought there's no dispute about the fact that Longwe did in fact arrive there. She says she invited him for supper or lunch, whatever.
Yes,
And he came there.
yes, I'll leave it for argument later.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So you are trying to establish what?
The time that he had spent before the robbers arrived.
Yeah, put it to her, and then
Yes.
Stein can come and tell us
Yes,
the exact time according
yes.
to his expertise.
Yes, yes. Taking into account what Stein is saying in this affidavit, I put it to you that Long had spent about 3 hours before the two intruders arrived. I'm basing that on the fact that you yourself told this court that the intruders arrived before or after 2800 hours in the evening of the 26th of October 2014.
As a court, please, my lord, we object that submission will be misleading to the witness, and we are of the view that it's an unfair question.
Okay. Through the courts then, although I don't have to interject at this stage. What time did Longa spend with your family on the 26th of October before the intruders arrived or got into the house?
Kwaba isikhathi esingakanani ke uLongwe awasichitha ke nomndeni wakho ngaphambilini kokuthi laba abawu2 ke abangenelela ke bafike bona.
Njengoba sengishilo ukuthi isikhathi sikaLongwe sokufika angisibhekanga. Kodwa engikwazi ukuthi ama-intruders afika makuya ko-8 kuya ko-past 8.
As I've already said that the time of Longwell's arrival, I didn't take note of, but what I do know is that the intruders arrived around 8 to past 8.
Okay, yes, Council.
Yes. Can you describe Longwe for us? I don't know him. How was his height? Can you describe Mr. Twala, Longwe Twala,
Angimazi mina
with regards to his height?
Awumchazeke thina ke i-height yakhe.
Engakusho ukuthi mude kunani mhlambe ngahle ukuthi i-average height.
What I can say is that he's taller than me. I can say he's got an average height.
What is your height?
Eyakho ithini?
Angikaze ngiyimede.
I've never measured myself.
How was his body build?
Ngokwakheka komzimba ke waye kanjani?
Defined.
Defined.
Sorry?
Defined kusho ukuthi akanalo ifuthe emzimbeni.
It means that he doesn't have a fat on his body.
Unamamasilana nje.
He's got some little muscle.
So we'll say he's medium build.
Singathi nje uphakathi nendawo.
Kanjalo.
Something like that.
What is his complexion?
I-complexion yakhe?
Brown.
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 In other words, akamnyama akamhlophe futhi.
In other words, he's neither dark nor light.
Did he wear hats at the time that you knew him? Did he
Please,
wear hats?
ngenkathi ke wazana naye ngabe igqoko ebeyithwala yini?
Thanda amakepisi.
He liked caps.
Nothing else but amakepisi isikhathi esiningi bese kubhekisa ngemuva.
Nothing else but caps most of the time, and his cap would be turned backwards or facing backwards.
Did he wear a hairstyle?
Wayne hairstyle awayenayo?
Cha unempandla.
No, he's got a bald head.
Shave head?
Uyayigunda.
Unempandla yikho egunda nasi la emaceleni kusale sekuba impandla yonke.
He would cut on the sides, but his head is just got a bald head.
Do you remember what he was wearing on that day, the 26th of October 2014?
Ingabe usakhumbula yini ukuthi ngaleliya langa ke lange 26 ka-October 2014 wayegqokeni?
Cha angisakhumbuli ngoba kwakungabalekile.
No, I can't remember because it wasn't important.
At the time that you had known him, did he at some point had dreadlocks?
Ngalesikhathi umazi ngaso ngabe sikhona yini isikhathi enama dreadlocks khona?
Cha.
No.
Can you describe his face?
Ungachaza ubuso bakhe?
Unama facial hairs.
He's got facial hairs.
Sometimes unokuwagunda depending ukuthi uzizwa kanjani ngaleso sikhathi.
Sometimes he would shave them depending on how he would feel at that time.
Unama dimples.
He's got dimples.
Unamashiya nje futhi agcwele.
And he's got full eyebrows.
And then nama eyelashes athanda ukuba maningi futhi made.
And he's also got eyelashes that tend to be a lot or more, and they are long.
How about his eyes?
Amehlo akhe?
Unamehlo adonsekile kancane langathi awe China kodwa ayikakhulu.
His eyes are a little bit pulled. They would look like a China's eyes, but not much.
Did he have a beard?
Wayenayo ke intshebe.
Njengoba sengichazile ukuthi unama facial hairs kodwa unokuwagunda depending ngokuthi uzizwa kanjani.
As I've already mentioned that he has or he had facial hairs and he would shave them depending on how he feels or he would feel at the time.
But before he could shave them, would they go to his chin and the upper lip? Would they go around?
Kodwa ke ngaphambi kokuthi awagundeke ingabe mhlambi ebekekeleze ngalendlela ukukhaze ngayo ngaphambili mhlambi ukuthi ke aze afike la eslevini futhi ke akekeleze umlomo.
Cha.
No.
Ngiyazi nje ukuthi bethanda ukushiya le ngaphansi.
All I know is that he would only leave the part on his chin.
Is it correct that, or before that, we'll now move to another aspect of my cross-examination. Is it correct that you made 3 statements, sworn statements, to the police about this incident?
Ngabe kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi neyitatimende ezintathu owazenza emaphoyiseni mayelana nalodaba?
Angisakhumbula ukuthi zingakho itatimende kodwa engikhumbulayo ziwu2.
I can't remember as to how many statements I made, but those that I can remember are 2.
The State Council had provided us with 3 sworn statements by yourself.
Umshushusi ke usinike thina ke uma ngithi usinike ukhuluma ngaye bona ke abameli izitatimende ezintathu zakho ezifungelwe.
The first one is dated the 27th of October 2014 at 1400 hours.
Esoqala esange 27 zika October 2014 isikhathi ngo2.
The second one is dated the 6th of November 2014 at 1300 hours.
Esesibili ke esange 6 zika November ngo2014 isikhathi ngo1.
And the third and last one is dated 2018 0210 at 2000 hours 18 minutes.
Sorry,
That's
2018 02
10 at 2000 hours 18 minutes.
20. Esesithathu ke nesogcina sona ke sange 2018 0210 isikhathi ke ngoyimizuzu ewu18 emva ko8 ntambama.
Ngenzeka ukuthi kunjalo kodwa engikhumbulayo mina ziwu2.
That's possible, but I can only remember 2.
The ones that you remember, when were they made?
Lazy
Remember
is-
when were they made?
Oh, sorry.
Council, let's have progress. She's telling you that she remembers 2.
Yes.
She doesn't deny that she could have made a 3rd one.
Yes,
And you've already finished her with the dates.
yes. No, thank you, thank you.
Where are we getting to with it?
Thank you. I'll go through the first statement. The one which was made on the 27th of October 2014 at 1400 hours. It should have been the following day of the incident.
Ngizoya ke kulesi owasenza ke nge27 zika October 2014 ukusho ukuthi ngelanga elilandelayo.
My Lord, sorry, I see it's 1300 hours. I think it's
Oh, that's
convenient
okay.
that you take a long adjournment.
Okay, should we adjourn until what time? 2, my lord. Okay, can we adjourn until 2?
I was referring to the accused.
And by the accused, are you referring to which accused in specifically?
Uma ungaba ungathi ungakhuluma nje ngo baphi bo noma ukhuluma ngamuphi accused.
Ukhumbule advocate ngaleso sikhathi kwakuyisikhathi secorona. So wonke umuntu wayengena evalubuso.
You remember, advocate, that at the time it was during the time of the corona pandemic, so everyone that would come in or was coming in would come in with his or her face covered.
Do you mean when they are sorry to say, I'll only refer to accused number 1 and 2, when they appeared in court on this matter?
Ngizoqonda nje mina ke ngo number 1 no number 2 usho nkathi bevela enkantolo mayelana naleli cala.
Ngisho khona yebo.
That's what I'm referring to, yes.
Okay. As the court pleases, my lord, that is all from my side.
Okay, thank you. You haven't put your version of the defense.
I am. Now, ma'am, I represent 1 and 2, like I said. Their versions with regard to how they were arrested and how they ended up here is the following.
Ngimele ke umsolo wokuqala nowesibili. Iloku ke abakushoyo ke noma engizochaza ke kwena ke ukuthi baboshwa kanjani.
Accused number 1 will testify that at the time of his arrest, he was staying in Tembisa with his uncle.
Umsolo wokuqala uzuthi nkathi eboshwa wayehlala nomalume wakhe eThembisa.
And that on the 30th of May 2020, he had gone out to buy airtime at the shops.
Futhi aqhubeke athi ke ngeyi-30 zika May 2020 wayehamba noma ephumileke eyothenga i-airtime esitolo.
And that on the way he encountered 2 of his friends that he only know by nicknames as Boy and Brother.
Boy and brother.
Yes.
Uthi ke endleleni wahlangana ke nabangani bakhe ababili abazi ngokuthi uBoy kanye nobrother.
And by then he had already bought airtime, and Boy and Brother were heading to someone called Sipho's house.
Ngaleso sikhathi ke i-airtime ebeseyithengile futhi ke laba babili uBoy kanye nobrother bebeya emzini noma endlini ke yomunye abathi uSipho.
He then joined the 2, as he also knew who Sipho was, to go and just chill at Sipho's place.
Wasehamba nabo ke nanjengoba uSipho naye ke kwakuumuntu ayemazi ukuthi nje ayoyihlalela ke noma ayochila nabo.
Now, as he is there, he observed a white VW motor vehicle sedan parking at what they call in the township Pakistani shops, tuck shop.
Uthi ke eselapho ke aze aboneke imoto emhlophe isedan ye-VW emeke esitolo noma eshop yamaPakistan.
My lord, if I may approach his side.
Yes.
Your worship, sorry, my lord, he was just changing the
What's that?
description. He was changing the description of the color. I said the color was white. It was red. Was white. So he says it was red, my
It
lord.
was red.
Yes.
Okay.
Yena ke ummeli ebethe imoto ibibomvu kodwa ke usiyamlungisa ke umsola uthi yanithe yayimhlophe kodwa usiyalungisa kuthiwa kwakuyimoto ebomvu.
And then that in that car there was a female driver with 2 male persons as passengers.
Nokuthi kuleyo moto ke kwakushayela umuntu wesifazane egibele nabakukho ababili abesilisa ababe phakathi.
Then he says one of the passengers from that car got out, got into the tuck shop. bought a bottle of water and some bananas.
Oyedwa kulawo mapassenger wasehla eyesitolo wathenga amanzi kanye nobanana.
And he returned back to the vehicle, and the vehicle
that is over them on the basis that, Senzo Meyiwa had been frustrating her by what we can deduce from these SMSs that were read inside court. Now, these are SMSs in Zinga that investigators had downloaded. These are SMSs that had been sent by Kelly Khumalo to her sister Zandile Khumalo, where she also says like she feels like God is sabotaging her, in this relationship that she has with Senzo Meyiwa. And you could clearly, from what was read inside court, deduce that, there'd been a frustration that Senzo Meyiwa could not choose between herself and Meyiwa's estranged wife, Mandisa. And in that, those SMSs basically give, what is believed, or what the defense wants to believe, is an account of a relationship that had gone sour between these two individuals. When Zandile Khumalo was asked by the defense what some of these SMSs meant at the time that they were sent, what she often drew inference to was to suggest that all relationships have their ups and downs, but as far as she was concerned, Senzo Meyiwa and Kelly Khumalo were in love. But, in other cross-examination as well, key to what she was cross-examined on was that you'd recall that Zandile Khumalo, in giving her descriptions of the accused that had come into, or the intruders that had come into the house at the time that Senzo Meyiwa was killed, she made reference to one of them being dark in complexion. But the defense says that Longwe Twala, who was then Zandile Khumalo's boyfriend, will come and testify in this court that, one of the intruders was actually light in complexion. Let's take a listen.
Now, also the people from the car come over.
This is what Longe will then continue to say. But he noticed that the two black guys, one was tall, light in complexion. Tall, light in complexion.
Okushoyo ke uLongwe ukuthi ke omunye waboke wambona ukuthi wayemude futhi ke light ke noma ekhanya ke ngecomplexion.
Now, before we get there, you've just given a description of the person that was in possession of the firearm. And what was your description of the other perpetrator, the one who had nothing, who you did not see anything in his possession?
Lona ke uqeda ichaza ke manje lo uthi wayephethe isibhamu, lo omunye ke wayengaphethe lutho yena uma umchaza uye wathini?
Lithe mude okokuqala.
First I said he's tall,
Mncane ngomzimba.
Small in build,
Unentshebe ekekelezile kanje.
he had a mustache that goes right around his mouth.
Right?
Ngathi futhi ubengemnyama engemhlophe kakhulu.
And that he wasn't dark and he was also not very light.
Thank you. Those were observations. Now, Longe would come and tell this court that the tall guy, according to the house, that is now according to his statement here, was light in complexion, and you're saying he was dark in complexion, not so.
uLongwe yena ke uma emchaza ke ngokwale statement esifundwayo ke ukuthi yena uzothi ke lo omude waye light wena uthi waye dark.
Okokuqala asiboni ngokufana.
Firstly, we don't see things the same.
Mina mangibuka leli bhodlela ngathi li light blue, ufike wena uthi li green. Indlela wena ubona ngayo nani indlela engibona ngayo.
The witness referring to the bottle that's right next to her, in front of her, that if I look at it, I would say that it is light blue. You would come and say that it is green. That is how you view or you see it.
So what you're saying is Longe might have made a mistake in saying.
No, she's not saying that, please. She says,
their observation.
yeah, she says she's can't be expected to observe the things you're quoting for her. She has her own interpretation and observation, which she has told the court. That's why she says you may look at that bottle and you say, she says, I say it's light green, somebody says it's blue.
Someone will come and say it's turquoise.
Somebody says it's turquoise.
What would the other one say, my lord?
Turquoise, that's what he says. Turquoise. You don't know the turquoise color.
I'm hearing that term for the first time. As it please the court, my lord, but thank you. That will be what longer would come and tell this court. But further on, he made another statement. But let me just read it. Now, unfortunately, this statement is not numbered. But there's a paragraph that I'm going to read out there. I don't know, it's not numbered, but let me just read out. I think it will be eloquently interpreted. He says, in his latest statement, I noticed two guys getting inside the house. The one who came first was short, dark, having dreadlocks with cheekbones.
Uthi lana ke kulesi sinye sifundayo ke manje statement ngabona ke amadoda amabili amnyama engena endlini lona ke owayephambili ke noma oqala ke wayemfishane dark eneqhomo ama dreadlocks,
and was wearing a jacket that was between khaki or light brown in bracket beige.
Egqoke ke i-jacket eyayingakhaki light brown noma beige.
He says he cannot remember his other clothing.
Okunye awayegqokile athi akakhumbuli.
He was followed by, immediately a tall one followed.
Waseke elandelwa omude.
He was wearing black hoodie.
Fake hoodie emnyama.
He was light in complexion.
Light noma ke ekhanya ngebala.
That is to say, he still emphasizes that the second suspect who got into the house was light in complexion.
Lana ke usagcizelela ke ukuthi lona omude waye light ngebala.
Angeke ngimtekise ngalokho. Ngenzeka into njengoba sihleli la maybe 50 eRomeni. Kuya ngokuthi wena ubone ujike nini wayibona leyo nto futhi wayibona kanjani and futhi from which angle.
I wouldn't dispute it if that's what he's saying. Yes. It is possible that as we are seated in this room, there are about 50 of us, that you see something. When did you see it? How did you see it? From which angle? And when did you turn around to see it?
And futhi sonke singabona into eyodwa kodwa si experience ngendlela ezihlukahlukene futhi eziningi.
We can all see the same thing, but experience it in different ways and many ways.
Looks like a municipality.
Well, Nzinga, also a crucial point that came across is that the defense also believes that there might have been some altercation that took place inside the house before Senzo Meyiwa was shot. What the defense says is that there's a witness who will come and testify that it was Khumalo Madlala who had told that witness that, Senzo Meyiwa had been shot. This was after there was an altercation between Zandile Khumalo as well as her then boyfriend Longwe Twala. This is something that Zandile Khumalo disputes. Let's take a listen.
us pray.
This witness basically would come and tell this court, because the state is going to call him, will come and tell this court that on the date of the happening of this incident, he got a call from your sister Kelly.
Lo fakazi uzozake azotshela ke ngoba bazombiza bazotshela inkantolo ukuthi ngelanga ekwenzeka ngaso isigameko ekwenzeka ngalo isigameko lesi wathola ke ucingo olubuya udadewenu uKelly.
Unfortunately, as she tried to explain what was happening, there was a conversation breakdown. When they tried to call her back, they couldn't reach her.
Ngeshwa ke esachaza ke noma esazama ukuthi achaze ukuthi kwenzakalani kwase kukhona nje ukunqamuka ke kwinkulumo leyo yabo uma esezama ke ukuthi abuyele kuyena akazange amthole.
Subsequent they then phoned Tumelo Madlala.
Base ke emuva kwalokho ke befonela yena uTumelo Madlala.
And Tumelo Madlala informed him, now this witness whose identity would not disclose.
Waseke uTumelo etshela lo fakazi lona engithi ke igama lakhe alichaziwe,
that Senzo has been hit by a bullet.
ukuthi ke uSenzo ushaywe inhlamvu.
And this happened as Senzo was trying to intervene or separate a fight that was happening between yourself and Longwe.
Futhi ke lokho kwenzeka kathi ke uSenzo ezama ukuthi avimbeke noma ahlukaniseke ifight noma ukulwa ke okwakukhona phakathi kwakho kanye noLongwe.
That is the information that is contained in the statement. Do you have any comment, ma'am?
Iloko ke okukulesi statement ingaba khona yini ofisa ukusho?
Okokuqala mina noLongwe sasingalo.
Firstly, Longwe and myself were not fighting.
Sasi happy kabi mina noLongwe we were in a very good space.
We were very happy, myself and Longwe. We were in a very good space.
Kuze ngimeme ukuthi aze ekhaya lokho kuchaza ukuthi sase right mina naye.
For me to have invited him to come to my home, yes, that explains that myself and him, things were good between the two of us.
Yes.
So lesho yo manje hayi angiyazi.
So that which is being said now, I know nothing about.
All right, Nzinga, we're expecting at 2 o'clock when we return from lunch for SMSs that were downloaded between Longwe Twala as well as the current witness on the stand, Zandile Khumalo, to be read out in court. We understand that the defense will focus on SMSs that were sent on the date of the actual incident, which was the 26th of October back in 2014. Back to you in studio.
SABC News senior reporter Griselda Lewis really giving us insight into what took place in that case. Thanks so much for that, Griselda. And that's where we leave it for now.
He was arrested in phase 2, Rustenburg, where he resided and he was working at the mine in Rustenburg.
Umsolwa wesibili ke yena uthi ukuboshwa kwakhe waboshwa phase 2 eRustenburg la ewayesebenza khona ke esebenza emine.
He says it was on the evening of 16 June when 2 police officers arrived at his place.
Uthi kwakungobusuku ke bange-16 zika June kona ke lo nyaka ka2020 mangathi ke kufika amaphoyisa ezombopha,
And that they told him that they were looking for a person, that they showed him the photos from the cell phone,
babe sethi kuyena ke bafuna umuntu babe sebemkhombisa noma bemtshengisa ke isithombe efonini.
that person had, from the photos that they showed to him, had tattoos. He had a gold inlet on one of his tooth, and also he had that prison gang insignia tattoo of the 28th on his arm.
Tattoos, gold, 28 tattoo on his arm, so arm. Okay. Uthi loyo muntu ke ababemkhombisa yena ke kuleyo phone leyo kwakuwumuntu onama tattoo one gold ezinywini kanye futhi ke onaleya tattoo ye number noma ke eyenombolo phakathi edanyane eyama 28.
Similarly, like accused number 1, he was over a period of time assaulted until he also signed incriminating statements, 2 incriminating statements.
Washaywa ke naye bemshaya ngendlela ukuthi aze avumeke noma asayindeke istatement eziwu2 la khona ke naye ayifaka khona ke kuleyo statement.
And having done so, he also denies that he was involved in the commission of this offense.
Naye ke yakuphika ke ukuthi ke wayekhona ke ekwenzekeni noma ekwenzakaleni kwalesi sigameko.
Those are my instructions.
Noma
my
ngokusho
lord.
kanjalo
Okay,
ukuthi
thank you.
uyaphikisana ke lakho ukuthi wayekhona ekwenzekeni kwalesi sigameko.
Accused number 1, may you stand up? Mr. Sibiya,
Mr. Sibiya sicela usukuma.
you heard what your counsel was saying when he was enunciating your section 115 statement.
Ukuzwile ke lokhu oqeda ukushiwa ummeli wakho na manje ekusho ke ethi yiloko wena okushoyo ukuthi kwenzeka. Umzwila ngithi.
Yeah, regarding
Yes.
your defense, you
Yes
heard
my
and
lord. Yes my lord.
understood.
Yes my lord.
You confirm that, sir?
Uyakuvuma lokho. E5.
Okay, fine.
Yes, my lord, but it's just the 6th is the day that I was taken home, and then the beating was started on the 30th up until the 5th.
Okay. And then, yeah, I've corrected that. Fine. Is that the only correction?
Yiloko phela ofuna ukulungisa.
Hello?
Mr. Sweet. Also the fact that they were assaulting me together with the other people or in the company of others, it was not these that are here.
Okay. Any other thing you want to add, sir?
Corner one? I think that's that, my lord.
Okay, thank you. Excuse Mr. Ndusi, is it?
Danzi.
Danzi. Excuse 2. Did you hear what your counsel said?
Ukuzwile.
The defense statement.
Ukuzwile lokho kushiwo ummeli wakho ngawe la egcineni ethi ke iloko omtshele kona uthi kwenzeka kanjani ukuthi uze uboshwe. Ukuzwile.
Yeah, your
Yes, I
second
heard, my lord.
statement.
I heard it, my lord, but I wasn't assaulted for only one day. Sorry. Usawakhumbula. Usawakhumbula noma awusawakhumbula? Okay. In 19. It's the dates that I can't remember anymore because, my lord, I was not kept at one police station. I moved around police station. But there's one date that I can remember, the date of the 19th, when I was taken back to Carltonville, where I first worked.
Is that all?
You go. Okay. After finishing assaulting me at night, my lord, they took me back to Rustenburg, where I was working. Wakusa ubani? Gininda, no? Okay, I just want to take the names, my lord. Gininda. Upindu bizo ubani? Mukhale. Mukhani. And Nabani? Mabena. Okay, and the other thing, my lord, is that what they arrested me for is something that I don't know. Even he even mentioned the accused number 3, accused number 4, number 5. I don't know them. So, okay, I know accused number 5 by seeing him, but we are not acquaintances. He mentioned the names of the people that took him: Gininda, Mukhane, and Mabena.
Okay, is that all said?
That's correct, my lord.
Thank you.
Sabam.
Right.
I know that I need to start with the cross-examination. May I quickly request a very brief adjournment? I need to respond to the court of nature.
What's the time now?
I can't even
Mr.
start.
Barry?
10 past 3.
Are you going to finish your cross-examination today?
Today? No, certainly not, my lord. Certainly not. And I don't think it's going to be fair for a witness to be taken halfway and then we proceed tomorrow. Yes.
Okay.
I was just wondering if it won't be an opportune moment to request an adjournment up until tomorrow.
Mr. Baloyi, what's your
There is an order, my lord.
Will you be available tomorrow, ma'am?
Yes, I will be available, my lord.
Okay, then the matter will be postponed to tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
Did you observe the facial characteristics of both accused and in particular, both suspects, and in particular the second suspect? How long did you take in that busyness to observe the facial features of the second suspect?
Firstly, the kitchen light is very bright. You can even see a fly passing.
Lena ususpect number 2 ngambona kahle futhi ngalesi sikhathi mangiqala ngithatha icrash ngimbheka ngambona okokuqala mase ngizomshaya ngecrash ngangizama ukumshaya ebusweni
And I saw suspect number 2 and I looked at him. I first saw him in the passage, and when I took the crash I wanted to hit him in the face.
Elton Hart is a legal expert, and he joins us now to go through what we have heard and witnessed throughout the course of the day today from the courts. Elton, thank you very much for your time. So the defense for accused number 1 and number 2 says, well, he's going to point out some inconsistencies in Zandile Khumalo's testimony. Have you noted any that stand out for you?
At this point in time, there's not a significant difference, and I'm speaking on the backdrop now of what she testified in the previous trial that was declared a nullity. You can see that there is still, she's sort of half consistent on the evidence. There was slight amendments to her evidence in that where she stood, how she stood, what she saw. So she's giving us now in the second time a little bit more from what she observed compared to her first set of evidence in the previous trial that was before Judge Maumela. But it will only unravel if we get all the defense attorneys to start now cross-examining her. Then you will now start to see if there is consistencies and inconsistencies that the court should take note of. But at this time, it's still early. I don't think she's more than 3 hours under cross-examination. So we'll still wait and see when we get to accused number 3, 4, and 5's representatives. Maybe there you'll clearly see if there's cracks showing or if she is a credible witness. But I can already see small little amendments that might add up to become significant at a later stage in this trial.
It is said that everybody has their own style, including lawyers. Is it clear to you where Advocate Sipho Ramusipidi is going with his cross-examination?
Obviously, Advocate Sipho is he's got the difficult job because he has to first sort of have dismantle the evidence. The advocates that's going to follow him, they will have sort of have a dismantled building. So for me, it's important now.
When I said so, I was referring to the accused.
And by the accused, are you referring to